To be heard on the bill. You mentioned a student advisor. I'm assuming that is Mr. Cooper. Is it Guyon? Am I saying your Guyon? I was close. Come on up, Mr. Guyon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and to the members of this committee for allowing me to come speak today. Today I'm speaking in support of Senate Bill 316. More importantly, I'm coming to raise concern on an issue that's impacting a generation, cyberbullying. We live in a world with not only information at our fingertips, but instant communication with anyone across the globe. While so many benefits have come out of this, it's important to note the unique issues that have also arisen from the internet and social media. Individuals who prowl about the darkest corners of society and prey on those who are the most vulnerable, our children, have been given a platform to stand on and a keyboard to hide behind. They target our children and harass them verbally, stalk them, and even threaten them. In today's world, where there's already so much added pressure on our youth, whether it be school, family life, or depression, no student should have to add an adult harassing them to the list of problems that they're dealing with. Those individuals should be adequately punished under the law in order to protect our children. Senate Bill 316 does that. While holding adults accountable is important, that situation is less common than a kid harassing another kid online. The most impactful part of the bill reads as this: each school board shall be required to adopt a policy that prohibits bullying of another student prohibits bullying of a student by another student. The bill also lays out a clear process of reporting, reviewing, and disciplining those who have harassed, intimidated, and cyberbullied another child. Too often, situations get pushed aside, ignored, and overlooked by teachers and administration. This can often lead to the escalation of the situation and could also end with a child taking their own life. Teen suicide increased 26% in 2021, and much of that is directly related to bullying and cyberbullying. 11 out of every 100,000 students took their own life last year. As public servants, you have a job to do until that number is down to zero. As Senator Jason Anavitarte, student advisor, I felt that there had to be some kind of legislation that we could come up with that would make a positive impact on students across our great state. After talking with my peers and bouncing ideas off the senator, we came up with Senate Bill 316. We see so often partisan and divisive legislation come through this Capitol and even this committee. And I'm proud to say that this is a bipartisan step in the right direction that doesn't solve the problem, but it helps us get there, because it is really a huge problem that we face, and this is how we best felt that it was dealt with. This holds the bullies accountable and the cowards that hide behind screens, and it puts our youth first and our students first. Again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your time and willingness to hear such an important issue. I would like to thank Chairman Strickland for his support of this bill, and for the senator for being a voice for Georgia students in introducing this bill. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to speak today.
Thank you. And you are a student where right now?
North Paulding High School. I'm a dual enrollment, actually, with Kennesaw State, but a senior at North Paulding High School.
Senior. Well, thank you for at such a young age being so involved and making such a difference with legislation like this. Do you live in Senator Anavitarte's district as well?
Yes, sir. Just down the road from him. Yeah.
You better watch out.
He reminds me every day, Mr. Chairman.
No, seriously, it's and I agree with you. Isn't it true? The part that is probably the best about the bill, other than adding the aggravation of the misdemeanor here, but the part about having local boards of ed educate students about this and let them know that there are real threats that can come criminally to you if you do bully someone else or stalk someone else at school.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate your work.
Yeah.
Any questions from the committee? All right, they're quiet still so far today.
Lively crowd. Huh?
I know. Thank you. All right, next we have Mr. Matthew Rollins.
Mr. Chairman and committee members, thank you. I'm not a fan of having to follow Cooper.
Yeah.
He speaks more eloquently than I can, and he's a high school student. He's going to take my job after his. Committee members, I am here to testify in support of